Beautiful Manifestivals. It's Morgana Sophia here, and today I am joined by Michelle, who is our day 3 speaker. She is just awesome. She is also our youngest, but perhaps our wisest speaker as well. She is just, I would love to call her the shadow dancing womb witch. But Michelle, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I am so excited to be a part of this beautiful, potent portal of Manifestival 888. So honored to be asked to be a part of a day 3. And a little bit about me before we dive into what I will be bringing to all of you for day 3. So I am a certified spiritual life coach, soul purpose coach, but also a psychic, a shadow worker, a human design reader, a multidimensional creatrix, and so much more. But those are the elements that I work with personally for my own personal power and elevation, but also what I work with my clients. So I personally specifically work with women who are here to create big impact with their purpose, with their soul gifts, and in their authenticity. So I work with artists, creatives, healers, leaders, trailblazers, visionaries, rebels, and just really badass women who have a big vision to use their purpose, use their vision for a big mission. And it really excites me to get to guide and mentor these women to break through their blocks, to be able to truly expand into that next level of themselves. And something that I have personally understood of my path of this constant growth and recognize within my clients also is that at every new level, we still meet new blocks of ourselves. Some of them might be old blocks that we have conquered to get to that next level, but because we're for the first time ever getting to that next level of ourselves, we are having to conquer it at a new state, but also new blocks come through at every new level. So that is something that I help my clients to break through and also gain clarity around streamlining all their brilliant ideas. And I have the gift of being able to see the unseen and also recognize people's gifts and also blocks within a matter of moments of speaking to them. So that way I can actually very quickly streamline what's next for them to take the aligned action to create that big momentum in their vision.
Girl, book me in. This is fantastic and so Aquarian as well. So we're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius for me is very much about women with big vision who are heart-led rebels, really coming in to make an impact. And it's fascinating listening to you is very much the kind of work we're doing in astrology as well. It's which is bringing in these what I would call the new earth leadership, these heart-led rebels who are real trailblazers. And there's so many different ways that we can do it as well, whether we're doing it through human design, astrology, coaching. But the most important thing is making sure that these women are just really given what I would call the accelerant to fuel their rocket. So I'm super excited. I think I might be saying myself. So what I really wanted to talk to you about in this kind of longer is kind of the baseline of your work, and then we've chatted before, and it's very much for me about dancing with the shadows. We're in Scorpio season at the moment. We're going to touch from Scorpio. You'll still be in Scorpio season into super manifesting Sagittarius season. So dancing with the shadow is so prevalent, and I just wanted to tell us a little bit more about day 3 and the work that we're going to be doing with our wombs, because it feels like that is the big cauldron of creation that you're going to activate for us all.
Absolutely. So as I touched in the shorter video, is that my baseline for all my work that I do is shadow work. And that is the element that I really wanted to bring into day 3. I got asked to be a part of using the body for day 3 to manifest. And the way that I wanted to incorporate more of the shadow work element to that is to be able to tap into our womb space. There is such a big disconnection for women to our womb space, and it is connected directly to our sacral chakra, which, like I said, is creativity and sexuality. And sexuality, the energy of that in itself is creativity, because it is about birthing a baby, but also birthing the big dreams, the businesses, the visions, and all our manifestations, and being able to tap into our innate power of the feminine energy, which is the creativity. So this allows us to become magnetic to our desires, but also become magnetic to the inspiration of creativity coming through us to co-create and manifest. And when we connect in with our womb space on day 3, first and foremost, we're going to be connecting into anything that's sticky, any stuck, blocked energy, any shame, any guilt, and anything that we may not even actually know what it is, because it might be passed down from our lineage, from specifically our maternal lineage, but it can also come from both sides. But it's really about clearing the energy that is possibly keeping us stuck, keeping us blocked. And then from there, creating this beautiful new connection with our womb space. And from there, we will shift into some guided sensual movement, which I love. I've been doing actually sensual movement since I was a child, in the mirror specifically, which is extra powerful, doing mirror work and really getting hypnotized by yourself. So I love being able to actually bring this into my work nowadays. And it's such a beautiful way that I've worked with my clients also, is going into the sticky energy first, and then using the body to move that energy. This is where you're going to hear a lot nowadays about the word embodiment, and that there's different kind of meanings to embodiment, but one of the specific ones that it's related to, that you're going to hear a lot about coming up, is embodiment, using our body, coming back into our body. We've been so heavily in our minds, and the mind has its place, but the body is connected to our soul, which is ancient, which is limitless. It is beyond our logical experience. So being able to use that to move the energy, and then tap into our sensual, feminine, powerful, magnetic energy, getting to experience what it's like to actually tap into our inner gift of the feminine through our sensuality.
Super powerful. And just kind of thinking about that kind of that movement as well, of that embodiment as well. When you were saying, we are very cerebral, we're very in our heads at the moment, and it doesn't help that we are constantly addicted to our devices. I mean, yet we wouldn't be able to speak, what are we, tens of thousands miles apart at the moment, 13-hour time difference, yet it's allowing us to do this. But the important thing that we'll both do after this is go and ground our energy in our own way, do our own movement. So for you'll be starting a day. For me, I'm winding down, so it's about going out in the garden, taking the dog for his last pee, just kind of really getting back into your body and appreciating your body for what it's worth. So I guess I've got 2 questions. One, if any blokes are going to come along, really important that they come along to understand, because they can also unlock that energy in their sacral as well. That was one thing I was going to mention. But the second thing is, if people are coming to Manifestival, because everyone's going to come to Manifestival, because it's going to be awesome, is anything they can do to prepare for your session on day 3? Any pre-work, so that they're top of the class?
So definitely this is not specific for women. Of course, my line of work, I do want to emphasize guiding and mentoring women in their empowerment and their connection to themselves. But this sacred energy within our sacral chakra is specific to everyone. And I love to incorporate masculine and feminine integration to all my work also, because we all carry both energies. It is not based on gender. So this is where allowing you to also connect in with your own sensuality, with your own feminine energy. If you are heavily masculine, you are going to allow that space to connect into that inspiration, into that magnetism, which is such a big part of manifestation. What I have come to realize is manifestation is truly the 80% inner work and 20% the external action, hustle, grind. So being able to tap into this 80% of your feminine feminine energy, of your inner work, of your shadow work, all that jazz is going to be such a potent next piece that may be missing in your life of manifesting your desires. So it's going to be a beautiful way for you to experience, possibly for the first time, what it's like to truly feel the power of the feminine energy within you if you've been heavily in your masculine, whatever gender, non-gender, etc. And the one thing I would like to also touch on is if you don't have a womb space, as in, you are a woman and maybe you had some kind of procedure, or maybe you are, you've transitioned. Again, same thing. It doesn't matter. You've got a sacral energy, you've got an energetic womb space, and it'll be beautiful for you to connect into and activate that energy. So how you can get prepared for day 3. There isn't too much preparation that is needed. You can show up as is, but I highly recommend for you to use this time to dress however you truly want to in your authenticity. Really play with, embodying your goddess self, your God self, your creative expression through this, like go all out. And something that's extra juicy, if you can bring a mirror along where you can actually watch yourself do these movements, like it is just next level potent magic in that. I know initially can be scary. Firstly, I know some of you may find it already uncomfortable to look at yourself in the mirror. I've had clients who I've helped them break through this, and it's been absolutely life-changing with them just doing mirror work every day. So I understand that for some of you it might be uncomfortable. So there is no need for the mirror. It's just about you getting out of your head and into your body is the most important thing. And you can always, revisit and redo this practice afterwards, and then really start to build that courage to bring a mirror into play. But if you're feeling super brave, I highly encourage you to bring a mirror along. And also, the setup is probably the most important. We are going to be mostly on the floor for this, especially I like to do the floor work more when we're first introducing this practice, because it can feel a bit more intimidating to be on your feet and try to actually think of like how to move on your feet. So we're going to be just on the floor for this time. So making sure that you've got either a rug down or just something where, it's nice and cozy for your knees, for your body to be on the floor. So that's probably the most important. Or if you don't have a rug, making sure that you've maybe got some long pants on or something where if you don't have a carpet, you can kind of, slide along with your pants and such. So I think that's the most important part of the setup coming into it, is just making sure you've created the space to be able to be nice and cozy on the floor for these movements.
Amazing. I cannot wait for Michelle, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Don't forget to go to manifestival888.com to get your free ticket. Blessings from us both.
See you all there.